From Orlando, Florida on this early Sunday afternoon, you're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. It's a matchup between the Big 12 and the ACC as the UCF Knights with a 12-4 record take on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, coming in at 7-8 record. And we welcome you to the broadcast booth. Eric Lopez. Actually, let's first check at the schedule. Charleston Southern and Penn State just wrapped up. Penn State winning 7-0. The Irish and the Knights will play right now. And then Charleston Southern and UCF will follow to conclude the Space U Classic. Now we're on camera. I was a little premature. Alongside two-time All-American Alex Powers, I'm Eric Lopez, and this is a rematch, Alex, from last night's game that changed on one swing.
It was a big one, too, and that's the clutchness that we've seen a couple of times so far this season from Coach Ball Malone's UCF hitters, and it's never a little too late. And this one, Kendall Yarnell coming in the fourth. On Friday night, it was in the seventh with the fight, but last night it was in the fourth. Kendall Yarnell with the big blast, a couple of RBIs. Nobody has been more clutch so far this season, Eric, than Kendall Yarnell.
It was her second pinch hit home run of the season. This Knights offense will look to get cranking against Notre Dame Irish, looking their first win of the tournament. We'll have the starting lineups and the first pitch between the Fighting Irish and the Knights. Back here to Orlando, Florida, you see Notre Dame head coach Chris Ganoff in her second season as Fighting Irish head coach. Of course, alum, played at Notre Dame from 96 to 99 with longtime assistant and associate head coach under Deanna Gubb. And Notre Dame looking to see if they could salvage a game here in Orlando. They'll kind of tweak the lineup here a little bit with Caroline O'Brien to lead it off. At bat first with Mickey Winchell at center field batting second. Ava Zachary, the freshman, hitting third. Rebecca Eckhart cleanup. Cindy Peck having a nice start to the season. Alex, what jumps out to you about this Fighting Irish lineup?
Well, there's been a couple big numbers. Cindy Peck there, you see hitting over 450 this weekend and a couple of RBIs, but just switching it up. We've seen Winchell in the leadoff spot. Ava Zachary was lower in the order, moving her way up as well. So just trying to switch up the juju, get something going, see what's going to stick.
Of course, these two teams played last night in a sold-out crowd, over 1,000 people. It was a big crowd, a Saturday night crowd. Really good ball game. Notre Dame jumped out to the early 2-0 lead, led 2-1 going to the fourth inning before the Knights got that pinch hit three-run homer from Kendall Yarnell that changed the complexion of the game. The Knights would go on to win 6-2. Caitlin Cochran got the win in relief, with Isabella Vega the save in that game here, Alex. So what do you expect adjustments-wise from both teams having seen each other here last night?
Trying to shore up the defense definitely is UCF. I think they want to play errorless ball, but I think that Coach Ball Malone should be proud of the adjustments that her hitters made earlier in the ball game, and that's what you want to see. First time through the order can be tough, but second, third time through is when you really need to start going pitch by pitch and trying to do something different.
So the Knights, of course, we'll have two games here today. UCF will play Charleston Southern following this game. Notre Dame, this is it for them. They'll head back home to South Bend after this game ends. Got a lot of youngsters we tend to see on Sundays here at the complex. What a difference the weather makes. These two teams played last night. It was 80+ degrees, not a cloud to be found. Perfect weather. Not so perfect here today, Alex. How would you describe this weather?
I would definitely describe it as a little windy, definitely musty, just kind of cold. Or I say cold, it's chilly, not cold. But
high 60s, low 70s, depending on the timing. There you see the overcast.
Just, yeah, a lot of moisture, very humid. Could be worse, could be humid and hot. It's definitely humid and a little chillier, so I can't complain.
So the Knights, of course, so far in this Space U tournament, beat Ohio on Thursday night 4-1. Then run-ruled Ohio on Friday 9-1, and then lost a nail-biter to Penn State 6-5 in a game where they fell behind 6-0, was going to the bottom of the seventh, scored 5 runs and had the tying run at third before falling short, but they kind of carried that momentum over to last night where they beat Notre Dame 6-2. Irish just trying to find a win. They lost a tough one on Friday to Charleston Southern 5-4. Lost to Ohio in extra innings 5-4, and then ran into the buzzsaw that was Penn State in that offense yesterday. And then, of course, losing to UCF last night. UCF about to head out to the field here momentarily. You see them right there. Look at that pregame ritual there, Alex.
Getting hyped, getting ready. I love the energy of this team, and Coach Bob Malone loves the dances that they do. They have a good time.
And here come the Knights to the field. Earned their black today with the goal. There's the starting pitcher for the Knights, the young freshman, Hildy Dempsey. Will get the ball for UCF here against Notre Dame on this Sunday afternoon.
The talk of the town for UCF has been the youth and the talent of them. So much to look forward to for this crew and the pitching staff. 9 of them on staff. Not 9 freshmen, but 9 pitchers in total. That's crazy. Joking with some of the coaches on coaches calls, they've said, wow, she has really built that staff up. You never know who you're going to get, but I like what she's doing there, and no one better right now to get the ball than Hildy Dempsey. Coming from the left side, going to be in that mid-60 range. She works down in the zone well, drop, curve, a little bit of an off-speed too.
There you see Samantha Ray. By the way, they did the switcheroo again, Alex. They're trying to get you. I think they're playing with you, Alex, in the lineup. So Izzy Mertes was lined up at center field in the lineup, and they do the switcheroo with Samantha Ray, moving from DP to center field. Izzy will be at the DP, but Aubrey Evans, obviously, in the infield. You got Ashley Griffin at first base right there with Sierra Humphreys and Aubrey Evans at short. Coco Jaime is at third. Beth Damon catching. Jaime is at third, as I mentioned. Destiny Washington at left, Zoe Calvis at right field for the Knights. Glad you could join us on this early Sunday afternoon here in Orlando. First of 2 for UCF. Last one for the Fighting Irish on this 72-degree Sunday afternoon. Dempsey to O'Brien, first pitch, and we're underway. And that's a ground ball deep in the hole, off Evans and into center field. Caroline O'Brien moving up to the leadoff spot here for the Fighting Irish, gets him off to a good start.
Big start here for Notre Dame, and O'Brien just swinging it. The first pitch she sees, driving it right back up the middle. Good job dropping barrel. See it all the time. A lot of the pitches early in the count are going to be some of the best ones you see, ones you can drive. Love the aggression.
So O'Brien, who was an all-ACC freshman team performer a year ago, now at first base. Mickey Winchell at the plate. Winchell squares the bunt, misses it, it's 0-1. To the captain, Mickey Winchell, a senior from Livermore, California, the captain on this Fighting Irish. With O'Brien, interesting to see O'Brien has been swinging the bat well, try to get her more at-bats there at the top of the order. Winchell now slaps and foul, and it's 0-2 against Dempsey.
Just a little bit of movement, trying to see who pairs well together in the top spots in the lineup. You got to get that momentum going past the bat, string some stuff together. And no better way to do that than to put some of your most consistent hitters in those spots. Group them up.
0-2 from Dempsey. Tap back to Dempsey. Dempsey goes to second. They'll get the force out in O'Brien. Winchell reaches on the fielder's choice. Nice job by the freshman lefty.
Good heads-up play. She knows that on a ball back to her, just trying to come up with it too. You see the athleticism, a little tougher coming from the left side, almost like that full turn. We've always been taught as athletes to turn to your glove side, and that's why you see kind of the rotation there, but I don't know, could it be quicker the other way? Maybe we can see if that's something that would happen.
Ava Zachary takes a strike, 0-1 to count to the freshman Zachary. It was on the D1 softball top freshman watch list. 2 highly touted freshman matchups here. Zachary slices one to left. Washington, though, is there to make the catch for the second out here in the first inning. Nice play by Destiny Washington. Knights going with their speed outfield here with Washington, Ray, and Calvis. This is arguably their fastest outfield alignment. Rebecca Eckhart now to the plate. Good power here for Eckhart. Sophomore out of California, has 3 home runs on the season, hits with 1 on, 2 out. Dempsey delivers first pitch for a ball, 1-0 the count.
One of the things I like about Dempsey in the circle is she's generally around the zone. She does a good job of keeping pitches pretty consistent. She attacks hitters. And even those balls look more believable And as a hitter, you know that if you're overly aggressive, you find yourself swinging at pitches out of the zone like that. So Dempsey can be dangerous depending on the discipline at the plate.
The 1-1 pitch from Dempsey. Inside to it. Not shy to pitch inside either. She likes to go inside and keep the hitters off balance, keep them off the box. Down in the count here, 2-1 to Eckhart. Runner goes, throw by Damon, not in time. There's a stolen base by Mickey Winchell, her 7th steal of the year.
Good job by Beth Damon seeing it immediately. No coverage, whether it was just a late jump or lack of communication right there up the middle, but something to tighten up sooner than later.
3-1 count here to Eckhart. Eckhart hits it off Dempsey, and there will be no play. And now runner's going home, and the tag is not made. They say no tag. Zachary scores, and Notre Dame takes a 1-0 lead on a goofy play there off Dempsey, and then Evans on the bobble. Zachary went, and they say Damon didn't make the tag.
Eckhart does a good job hitting this ball right back up the middle. But just the lack of communication right there up the middle by Evans and Humphreys, people that you see generally on it. That pre-pitch communication, I thought in real time that maybe Damon had laid the tag on her hand, but it doesn't look like it. Aggressive start here for Notre Dame.
Yeah, Winchell there, the captain, pardon me, with the scoring the run there. Avoids the tag, and Notre Dame with a 1-0 lead here early on. Cindy Peck now to hit with a runner at second and 2 outs. So Eckhart now at second base. Let's see how they score. How do you score that
That's
play?
what I'm waiting for, too. It's got to be, I feel like, a hit, yeah. They are going to mark it a hit.
A hit and an error on the play. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Error by Aubrey Evans. And the count now 1-2.
Unfortunate, though, because you saw that after the ricochet, Evans was there, kind of got by her, I think, on a little bit of spin, but Humphreys and Evans also crossed paths.
There's a strikeout. Damon will complete the K by throwing to first to retire the side. Fighting Irish off to a fast start, get a run on 2 hits and an error. Strand 1, lead 1-0. Knights coming to the plate when we return. Coco Jaimez to lead it off, followed by Beth Damon. Aubrey Evans in the 3 spot. Sierra Humphreys in the cleanup. Izzy Mertez at DP. Destiny Washington, followed by Ashley Griffin. Zoe Calvis and Samantha Ray hitting 9th for the Knights.
Okay.
They will face Michaela Castor. Will get the ball here for the Fighting Irish. First pitch to Coco Jaimez for a ball, 1-0 the count. Castor, the senior from California, led the team in appearances last year, had 32 appearances. Getting the start here for the Fighting Irish. Go to your senior. As Jaimez takes 2-0 the count. We saw Castor make an appearance against Penn State yesterday in the relief role.
Castor coined as being the heart and soul of this team. She's got the fire in the circle. 3 legit speeds. She's going to be more of the power pitcher, living in the mid to upper 60s. Has a spinner that's in the upper 50s, a little changeup, off speed, going to come in even slower. So good mix of velocity for her. Going to try to paint corners. I think UCF really looking to hunt pitches, make those adjustments earlier, and commit to the plan. We've heard it all weekend long from these coaches. I need my hitters to really sell out. It's like you've got the game plan going into all these games, even on the deep staffs. You know what people throw. It's just a matter of executing, committing, selling out. Sometimes you got to take a strike to get the one that you can crush.
That's low, ball 4. A walk here to Jaimez to start the home half of the first for the Knights. Look at the Knights Fighting Irish defense with Winchell at center field, with Sweet at left, Peck at right. O'Brien at third, Houlihan at short, Zachary at second with Cortez at first, and Eckhart catching behind here with Castor. Beth Damon up to the 2 spot. Steps in. .395 on the year, 5 homers, 18 RBIs for the sophomore from Oklahoma. Damon takes ball 1, 1-0 the count. Jaimes 2 for 2 this year in stolen bases, in case you're wondering. Jaimes and Damon, part of that heralded sophomore, sophomore class here. There was freshman last year, was ranked 24th in the country, best signing class. Not only have they lived up to that, but I think they might be even better than that, some would argue. Part of Coach Paul Malone's recruiting here at UCF. 2-0 pitch here to Damon. Swings away, hits a fly ball to right. It's carrying a little bit, and an over-the-shoulder catch by Peck. Nice play by Peck, as Jaimes has to go back to first on the fly out by Damon.
You look at how well Beth Damon is able to barrel this ball up. Great catch out at right field by Sydney Peck. Tracking it down, the switcheroo there, going to the other side there. Not easy to do, especially with the wind kind of how it is. Got pretty good gusts going, but good swing by Damon. That's what you want to see if you're Coach Bob Malone, some loud outs.
Aubrey Evans takes inside ball 1, 1-0 the count to Aubrey. Been scuffling a little bit recently, 261, 2 homers, 8 RBIs for Aubrey. The 1-0. It's low and in, 2-0.
Even when she's not necessarily hitting, right, and having the hot bat, she's really patient in the box, and she's a smart hitter. She works deeper into counts, and that's one of the things I like about her maturity out there. Coach Paul Malone would probably feel the same. The numbers, the average, a little bit lower, hitting just over 250, but still in the 3-hole here. Also, when you're in that spot in the order, you're going to get pitched more aggressively, a lot less pitches to hit. That's part of the, as you would call it, Eric, the maturation of a player throughout their career.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Evans ground ball to short. Houlihan is there, underhand to second for 1. Throw to first. Evans gets back, makes it safe. Fielder's choice as Jaimes retired at second. 1 on, 2 out.
Just a routine play here, something, ground ball up the middle. Good speed down the line by Evans, not able to get the double play, but taking care of the softball, doing the fundamental stuff right is Notre Dame. Trying to keep it simple out there.
Sierra Humphreys now at the plate. The junior hitting .477, 4 home runs, 21 RBIs on the season. It's an early morning for the Humphreys family. The parents back out in California. They've been at the Notre tournament. Seattle is playing in that tournament, where Sierra Humphreys' sister, KK Humphreys, an assistant coach at Seattle. They're participating in that tournament. About 8:42 in the morning in California. Breakfast with softball.
It's a good combo. Breakfast and softball.
I would assume that's what they're doing. 2 balls, no strikes to count. The strike. It's 2-1. I don't know if they're watching it from the field at Notre, watching it at home, but either way. I know they're watching that. I do know.
And those Cali people do breakfast right. With the burritos, too. There's nothing better than a breakfast burrito from California.
2-1 pitch is low, and it's 3-1 now. The count to Humphreys.
I like to see her getting moved up in the order, too. She's just been so consistent this season. I mean, the way she's swinging the bat, I'm a fan for sure.
And Humphreys lines it to right, but right to Peck, who makes the catch to retire the side. So the Knights get a runner on, strand 1. We're through 1 here in Orlando. There you see UCF assistant coach Noah Sanders in his 2nd season. For more on him, let's go down to our 3rd member of our team in Berkeley Mazzanotti. Berkeley?
Guys, let's take it back to the early stages. When he was a little boy, he started playing baseball at 3 years old, and that's what really connected him with his dad. He said he would go to Atlanta Braves games, and they would talk about baseball, and that turned into him going into college and playing baseball, him coaching at Little Rock, Arkansas, and now he's here at the coaching staff, and he wouldn't trade it for the world. Back to you guys.
Appreciate it, Berkeley. Ty Cortez to lead off. There's in his 2nd season, of course. Came over from college baseball, was the associate head coach at Arkansas Little Rock. We got the phone call. The Coach Paul Malone to see if he was interested in coming over to the softball side.
I like it. Got to bring some of the baseball minds into the game to continue that education, the data, and the way it's been implemented into the sport.
The 1-1, it's a ground ball to short. Aubrey Evans throws to first in time to get Cortez for the first out here in the second inning. 6-3 ground out. One gone. Hayden Kine will come to the plate. First baseball hitting and philosophies implemented a little bit more and more on the softball side. Coach Paul Malone kind of did some research and kind of noticed the trend. You look at the teams that have been successful, getting Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, of course, with JT Gasso, has a baseball background. Texas winning the national title last year with Steve Singleton, a baseball guy. Kenny Gajewski, Oklahoma State, baseball guy. Florida, Tim Walton played baseball, was part of him and Gajewski were part of the Florida Gators Oklahoma national title baseball team in the mid-90s. So you catch the trend there. Baseball guys, it seems to be working in the sport. 1-1 count. It's grounded ball foul.
You got to go with what works, right? I mean, there's proven success. The game has been around for so much longer than fast pitch softball, and the history and the money, quite frankly, that has been poured into the sport from a technology standpoint is super impressive. I learn something new all the time from the baseball world and community, the resources, all the things.
1-2. The ground ball to third. Jaimes will throw to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the second inning. Some sprinkling mist rain coming down. Not too surprising this time of year in Florida. Tenley Sweet will come to play. Certainly, too, being on Coach Paul Malone's staff has been certainly successful, especially if you've been a hitting coach. If you look at the track record here recently.
Yeah, it's like, is Coach Paul Malone batting 1,000 or is she batting 0? I can't tell because the retention is low because she hires such good people that come in and get opportunities to take head coaching jobs. Like, what a good, bad problem to have.
0-1 pitch. There's a high tapper, tough play for Humphreys. Throws to first. In time, they out as she gets Sweet to end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for Dempsey and the Knights as we head to the bottom of the second. Knights down 1. We got Miles here, Alex, in the latest Pooch Picks edition.
Love it. Just keep sending us those pooches. Miles, he's sitting in his bed. I mean, come on. So cute, so cozy, right? Probably watching some softball. Tag us at UCF Production. Yeah, at least he's staying dry. Tag us on X at UCF Production, hashtag Pooch Picks. Send us their names if you want to include their breed. We're always down.
Izzy Mertes to lead it off, followed by Destiny Washington and Ashley Griffin. 5, 6, 7 here. Against Michaela Castor. Strike. To Izzy. 1-1 the count. Izzy hitting her 4th home run last night. Came in the second inning. Bit scuffling prior to that. Hits that off the end of the bat. And the count is 1-2. Ball 2 strikes to count to Mertes. Castor delivers. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. First of 2 for UCF. They'll play Charleston Southern 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game. Fighting Irish will be headed out to the airport after this game. 2-2 pitch. Mertes gets a piece of it, fouls it off. Drizzle, a little drizzle, but not anything, if at all.
It looks like it's lessened. It was getting a little sprinkly out there, but looks like we may be good for now.
Mertes hits it up the middle and through. Base hit. And a leadoff single for Izzy Mertes to start the night's second inning.
Izzy Mertes getting it started here, and that's what UCF needs. Base runners. Doesn't have to be the big stuff. Nice and simple through the middle. get on first and pass the bat.
Yeah, you can see Izzy coming around and been scuffling lately, but that home run yesterday getting her back on track. Destiny Washington had a couple of hits in last night's ball game against the Fighting Irish, hitting .438, no homers, 4 RBIs. Step in here with one on, nobody out. See what the Knights do here with Washington. He squares, pulls back, takes ball one. You got a lot of options with Washington. She could slap, could butt, hit away.
Good speed.
Yep.
Lots you can do, and you love to see it.
.1-0 pitch. Pulls back, takes ball 2. Her sister, Ashley, played at Charlotte, was first team All-CUSA performer in 2023. In fact, her sister played with Lena Elkins, who was at Charlotte at the time, I believe. 2-0. Oh, that got away as Washington had to gut down. Mertes, though, will take second base. And the count is 3-0.
Good move. Good reflexes there to try to get out of the way. That would not have been good. Something coming at the head.
It is a 3-0 count with now Mertes at second base. Washington takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Washington. Good patience. And it's 2 on, nobody out. Now Ashley Griffin will come to the plate, but not before Fighting Irish here. We'll kind of regroup here a little bit. There's the senior, Michaela Castor. That's very uncharacteristic for Castor, who was 48th in the country last year. Or 48th in the country with a 3.96 K to walk ratio, Michaela is. And Berkeley, you got more on Michaela.
Yes, she's got quite the lineage. Her mom, Kirsten, played pro tennis. Her aunt, Dina, won a bronze medal in the marathon in the 2004 Olympics. She said it was always motivating to want to join in with everything they were doing, whether it was training or working out. Our family really bonded over doing physical activities, and I wanted to prove myself to them, and prove herself she did, as she's on the pitching staff for the Irish. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Berkeley. It's always good to have Olympians. Of course, the big story today, in case you haven't heard, the United States men's hockey team beating Canada in overtime, 2-1. As my DVR was spoiled. Well, literally, the game, the Penn State Charleston Southern game, finished, and there was a big roar in the media, in the middle press box. I'm like, what's going on here? It's a little. And they were watching the hockey game.
If you go on any form of social media, that would be ruined. Come on, you know better, Eric. Spoilers.
Hey, listen, odds are if you're watching this game, you already either know the result or not interested in the result. We'll see. Griffin with Birkenstock, Callista Birkenstock, pinch running at second base for Mertes. And the count now 1-0, the count to Griffin, the senior captain. There she is, Callista. Snuck in there. The 1-0. The strike, 1-1 the count. It was funny too, because I was thinking, what time is the gold medal game? And then I remember I scheduled it, and well, we're done. Here's last pitch.
Good spot there, just living on the low and outside corner. One you got to spit on as a hitter. Can't really drive it unless you're sitting in that zone.
Griffin with the bunt gets it done. Has to throw to first. Zachary covering there, but a sacrifice bunt for Ashley Griffin advances the two Knights runners into scoring position now with Callista Birkenstock at third and Destiny Washington at second. How about the senior getting the bunt down?
Yeah, a good selfless AB there. Just knowing I got to get everybody moved over. We're chasing a run right now, so getting two people in scoring position would definitely help.
Zoe Calvis takes inside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Calvis. What was it? Didn't see a sign there for the home plate umpire. It hit her bat, okay. So it was a foul ball, they called it. That one definitely is foul. I'm so used to the umpires giving me the signs, but this is a much more low-key crew. They don't really let you know right away what's going on. 0-2 the count here to Calvis. Nice off-speed pitch, frozen, and down goes Calvis on strikes for the second out here in the second.
Big pitch, changeup on the outside corner. Love how she's gonna use that pitch up in the count. She can throw it off the plate a little bit. Great spot. Calvis frozen.
Now Coach Ball Malone's gonna go to the bench. I want to take a wild guess, Alex, whose number she's gonna call.
I'm gonna say Kendall Yarnell.
That is correct.
Pinch hitting for your Knights,
Just
number 77,
Kendall Yarnell here will pinch hit.
Yarnell.
Hit the 3-run homer yesterday, pinch hitting in the 4th inning. Comes in here in the 2nd inning, pinch hitting for Samantha Ray. With 2 on, 2 out here in the 2nd. First pitch from Castor to Yarnell is a strike. It's 0-1.
And you might question why Yarnell isn't getting the start, but I think Coach Ball Malone is starting these games with her defense in mind and then going to make the adjustment from there. And of course, see kind of the situations that get brought up. Samantha Ray in a possible RBI situation, so Yarnell going to come in.
Castor quickly ahead, 0-2. Yarnell, who has said she likes the 2-strike count. Put to the test here, down 0-2 here against the senior Castor. Well, that Castor liked that one. It's a nasty pitch there, gets the strikeout to get Yarnell. Knight Strand 2, we're honorary pooches. Alex Powers' family here, right here.
Yeah, of course. I've got the 4 ducks, 7 chickens. I mean, they definitely keep my life interesting. And you see the duck on the right there having scoliosis. That's the one I rescued from the street. She was all lonely, needed a home. And I said, I'll be your mom. Why not?
Houlihan will lead it off against Hildy Dempsey. First pitch inside, 1-0 the count.
Oh, yeah, this was last night.
Wait, we got footage here.
Oh, yeah, this is from my Ring camera at like 9 p.m. Look at, that's my scoliosis duck literally attacking me. Not actually attacking me, but I was like, hey, I was giving you pets. Why are you doing that? I was literally trying to corral the other 3 into the coop so that they are safe so I can go to bed. And then little Lou there decided to keep things interesting.
I have so many questions. 2-0 the count to Avery Houlihan. Was missed there. Dempsey's falling behind 3-0. Wait, so does UCF, do our production crew have surveillance video of you? Is that what we just saw here?
That sounds really intense. No, it's stuff I can pull on the Ring camera. We pay the subscription so that we can go back and see if anything dangerous ever happens, but we do get an occasional funny video from the Ring camera, and that was the reality of my night. It was like, hey, I'm just trying to go to bed.
Wow.
It's like I let him out, trying to get some baths. Next thing you know, I'm getting chased.
Count is full. 3-2. Look at this.
There's all 4. Look, I'm trying to corral the 3, and then Lou there is like preventing me from doing so.
I mean, I
live a very hard life. Come on.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Aubrey Evans there. Throw to first in time to get Houlihan, the sophomore from Illinois, for the first out here in the top of the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, Caroline O'Brien will come to the plate.
You think there's other analysts out there that have the same problems I do at home?
I mean, you realize
It's a good problem.
You realize you're outnumbered there. Like,
I know, by everything.
Like you don't really have a shot there.
That's what I'm saying. My dogs, my chickens,
Not sure what you were expecting.
Outnumbered in every circumstance.
There's a strike. I mean, they're probably thinking, why am I going to listen to you? We got you outnumbered.
I don't blame them, honestly. Just running amok.
A first here, folks. Surveillance video. You're saying, I mean, why did we do it? 0-1. It's a strike.
I'm the one that provided it. So,
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if
it's a funny.
I mean, our crew is awesome. I mean, I didn't know they had a side gig where they're getting, they have video, they shoot video of you at Houghton here. I mean, you spend a lot of time together, you and the crew.
So funny.
0-2 the count. Brian. It's grounded to third. Jaimez is there. Will throw to first in time. 5-3 on the ground. I mean, now you realize, like, we're expecting footage now. Most, when anything that happens.
I put a lot on my social media, honestly, because I just do some crazy stuff. Not on purpose. Like, it's just, my life is crazy. On accident. I'm clumsy. It's interesting. We just got to keep it fun. And if you're not laughing at yourself, what are you even doing?
Winchell at the plate.
Eric, I had footage from my ring camera the other day of my duck flying away, and then I went driving around the neighborhood, came back. I was shocked to see it back in my yard. I mean,
how do you not have a reality show? You need to pitch this as a reality show.
It's not that exciting. It's just goofy.
I beg to differ. It's a ground ball play by Humphreys. And a unique, easy 1-2-3 inning for Dempsey. Back to the bottom of the third. Maybe some more. We got a great here. We got Pooch with Coach Pooch. That's right. Mike Panicero, the assistant coach, known as nicknamed as Coach Pooch, here with Pooch.
And of course, Pooch's name is Blue. I feel like that's just so on brand there. Pooch is Pooch. I love it. And he was dressed up in some Notre Dame gear. He's a Newfoundland doodle. The Newfoundlands are big dogs, Eric, if you didn't know. But the doodles make it that much better.
Is that a jersey?
Shout out, yes, it's dressed. Like, how cute. Shout out to his family.
Yeah.
For providing that one. Love it. That might be the highlight of all of our careers. Pooch is Pooch.
Well, I love the
featured
nickname.
On the broadcast.
You can't go wrong with the nickname Coach Pooch there. Play like a champion. You got the sign there. I mean,
so good.
That might be the top one. You're gonna of the year to this point. Jaimez at the plate takes a strike, 2-1 the count.
Shout out to our
like
crew for getting that. It was, yeah, right?
Wow. Wonder
Either
if it was
jersey or a shirt with all the goods.
There's the play like a champion, very famous sign. We've seen it over the years at Notre Dame, at football games and movies. Rudy the movie, which you have not seen yet. Jaimez there, 2-2 count. Here against Castor, 1 run, 2 hits. No errors for Notre Dame, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for UCF. Here at the bottom of the third.
Also, I heard your comment. I'll be watching the movie, okay? I promise.
Ground ball deep in the hole. Houlihan is there. Throw to first. Nice scoop there by Cortez to get Jaimez for the first out of the inning. Bring up Beth Damon. Sean Astin is in the actor in that movie. Charles S. Dutton. I'm not going to ask you about watching rock movies. It's a little long time. Beth Damon at the plate. Takes there. Of course, Notre Dame, a couple years ago, UCF baseball coach Rich Wallace was assistant at Notre Dame under Link Jarrett when they made the World Series at Omaha. A couple years ago, Rich Wallace and UCF baseball at Jacksonville today, taking on the defending national champion LSU Tigers. There's a strike to Damon. Of course, these two schools played in baseball 2 days ago in Jacksonville, win extra innings. Ball and a strike to count. Did Damon hold her swing? Yes, she did, they say. It's 2-1 to count to Damon.
Good job by Damon here. Wanted it. Sees the changeup out of the hand. Looks so good for a minute there, but just something a little higher in the zone is really what she's looking for, even if she wants to sit change.
Damon hits it to center. Diving attempt, but unsuccessful there was Winchell. Good effort. That ball kind of sunk at the end there. And just couldn't come up with it. Damon gets on the hit.
Good effort by center fielder Winchell. But Damon just hitting it right in the perfect spot there. Shallow center field, tough play to make. UCF needs base runners.
7 up for your night for the runner on number 3, Aubrey Evans.
Aubrey Evans to the plate. To hit here with 1 on, 1 out. The senior takes a strike. Right now, Castor's got some good movement on her pitches, doesn't she?
She's looking good, and she's fired up. We said that she's the heart and soul of this team, just with her passion, her excitement out there, and she's been wearing it on her sleeve.
The 0-1. Right there, pounding the strike zone. It's a head 0-2 on Aubrey Evans. Castor with an 0-2 pitch. That's low, ball 1-2 the count. Ball and 2 strikes the count. That's in the dirt, and that's going to allow Damon to take off and get herself into scoring position with a 2-2 count now to the senior Aubrey Evans.
Big opportunity right now for UCF to get something going here. Damon in scoring position, less than 2 outs. Somebody needs to step up, hit a ball hard.
That is high, and it's full. 3-2 now, the count to Aubrey.
And when you've got a pitcher like Castor and she's throwing a good changeup and in any count, really just trying to keep my approach short. Got to stay slow because I want to see the pitch well out of the hand.
Evans hits a high fly ball, deep left field. It'll stay in the park, though, as Winchell comes in to make the catch from center field at left center. There's where the wind there the ball kind of died there. It's 2 outs now here in the third. Humphreys now will come in to hit. With runner at second and 2 outs. CC now stepping in. The wind's definitely picked up here. First pitch from Castor to Humphreys. It is a strike. It's 0-1 the count. Jeff Damon, who singled in this inning at second base. The 0-1 away for a ball. 1-1 the count. What's the approach here if you're Humphreys?
Right now, just again, same thing even with 2 strikes. I think keeping it simple. She's got a changeup in any count. Unless you're sitting something with a certain velocity here, trying to hit both, you've got to be short.
Could hold her swing. And it's 1-2 now as Castor trying to get out of this inning, preserving the 1-run lead.
And that's it. The off speed again. She's going to go to it frequently. UCF hasn't proven yet that they can hit it. And so I think she's going to keep throwing it. She's got to be short. Keep everything really slow. Again, in your load, if you're swinging big, you're swinging fast, you're not seeing velocity as well out of the hand. And I'm just trying to get myself locked in here to pick it up as early as possible.
Ball and 2 strikes. Humphreys hits it up the middle. A diving play by Zachary, who makes the play, and a scoop there by the first baseman, Cortez. And that ends the inning. What a play defensively. Fighting Irish still with a 1-run lead. We'll hear from Coach Ganeff when we come back. UCF challenged the play, so the play's been under review during the break, and the call stands. So now the inning is officially over. On the challenge there on the ball that's there to try to see if Hooper's gone on. So that ends the third officially. It's a 1-0 Notre Dame lead, and now we'll be joined by Chris Ganeff, Notre Dame head coach here momentarily.
Hello.
Coach, how you doing there?
Good.
Let's talk about, you go to your heart and soul there. Castor with the ball. She's throwing great, getting some help from her defense. What are you seeing from her overall?
You know what? She seems like she's flipped a switch, right? She got her confidence back, her swag back. She's mixing her speeds, and it's working for us.
Coach, what do you want to keep seeing from your hitters as you're trying to tack on some insurance runs?
Yeah, I think we need to move up in the box, and we need to try to get our bat on plane earlier and get through these pitches. We're just hitting ground ball, so we're going to try to make some adjustments here and get some better at-bats.
Now, before we let you go, Coach, have you been able to visit Disney at all this weekend so far?
We sure did. We went to Disney Springs on Friday night, and it was fun. And my husband and my daughter are here, so that was really fun.
Fantastic. Great to hear. Thank you for talking to us all week.
Thanks. Go Irish. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach Ganeff. Big Disney fan.
Love it.
Talk to us. They try to come at least a couple times a year, and this just kind of worked out where you get to play a tournament in Orlando. Of course you got to swing by Disney, right?
It's convenient, right? You got to make it happen. But love that they were able to pencil it in a busy schedule that can be a tournament like this, several games, but still making the time to do the team stuff. And that's the stuff that, as a player, I know I remember so much. And you see a nice little picture there of Coach Ganiff and her daughter just enjoying it. The Mickey Mouse ears, so much fun.
That was not this week, but
right, that was
in the past.
Right.
We'll clarify there. But they're frequent guests. A lot of coaches in the sport love coming to Disney here. I've noticed this.
She told us they come every year.
Yeah.
They try to come twice a year, I think is what she said, but
yes, that's correct. That's
an
what she
annual
said.
trip nonetheless.
I mean, why not? A lot of people.
I need to start scheduling in annual vacations in general. I don't care where
I was
to.
going to say, yeah.
Something fun.
I think Tuesday. Does that work for you?
Yeah, sure.
Back here now, top of the fourth. First pitch foul. Ava Zachary fouling the pitch off. You know who's another head coach who loves coming to Disney, makes a frequent habit out of it? Former Notre Dame great, multi-time All-American, Megan Bartlett, the Arizona State head coach.
Wow.
They come here all the time. They come here in December. They played here last year. She did not go last year, though, when Arizona State played here. But she otherwise comes with her kids and her husband, who's a former hockey player. The 0-1 pitch. It's outside. Of course, Bartlett, one of the great Notre Dame Fighting Irish alums. Coaching now at Arizona State. Played for the legendary Deanna Gump. And Chris Ganiff, of course, who's a long time on the staff. 1-1 is Zachary. It's a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here to Zachary, the top of the fourth in a 1-0 game. One-two pitch from Dempsey. Ball 2-2 now. The count to Zachary, who be followed by Eckhart and Peck. Part of the order for the Fighting Irish. Here against the young freshman, Hildy Dempsey. The 2-2 swing and a miss. The strikeout as Zachary goes down on strikes here with Dempsey with the first out in the fourth.
A big pitch by Dempsey, a little drop ball action. That's what Coach was saying. Got to try to move up in the box a little bit, get that drop ball higher in the zone, something that we can get barrel on well.
There is the correct Coach Pooch. Had a misidentification. A lot of Pooches to be identified here, but Coach Pooch and Pooch. There it is, right there.
Love it. With his
There's
family
Coach
in the
Mike.
photo.
Yeah.
His dog Blue with the jersey. It is, in fact, a jersey, it seems, Eric. So you were spot on the money there.
I really do. That's what I love, is the jersey.
So cute. The Newfoundland Doodle. I mean, come on.
It's low for a ball. Now I'm fascinated what the jersey number was, because that guarantee you that has a number on it. A very popular jersey number for Notre Dame is 3. That's where a lot of famous quarterbacks, Joe Montana being the first, wore number 3 as a quarterback at Notre Dame. It's the 1-1. It's a ground ball to second. Humphreys, oh, that took a hop, and there'll be no play. Eckhart gets on there as Humphreys struggled with that one, and the Irish get a runner on with 1 out.
Tough play. That second hop going to come in a little sharp and going to eat up Humphreys a little bit. She was trying to get ground and distance by breaking backwards, but just couldn't get enough. Pretty uncharacteristic error for Humphreys. But Notre Dame just getting opportunities, taking advantage when they can. Only a 1-run game still, but this is kind of like yesterday and last night. It was a different Notre Dame presence out on the field. I feel the same today.
Yep.
Regardless of an outcome.
Well, I mean, they're going off their leader, Michaela Castor, who you heard Coach Ganiff talk about, found herself here a little bit. You could sense that she is leading this energy here for the Irish. They want to salvage a game here in Orlando. Peck at the plate with 1 on, 1 out here against Dempsey after the error for Humphreys. Humphreys gets another chance. Will touch the runner at second, throw to first, double play. 4-3 turn for Humphreys, and the Knights sends us. Welcome back here to Orlando. We're now joined by UCF head coach Cindy Ball-Malone, and coach, your young freshman Hildy Dempsey. I'm just so impressed with her poise and calm. She doesn't look like a freshman when she's out there. Just talk about that, because she's been magnificent so far.
Yeah, she's just an athlete, right? Just a ball of muscle that just can go, and she can play both sides of the ball. So I think that she pitches with that intent and mentality.
Coach, Michaela Castor is throwing a good game for Notre Dame. What do you want to see from your hitters?
Taking her best pitch out of the game. I'll let everyone guess what that is.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, coach.
All right, happy birthday, Bobby. Love you.
That is the shout out. Her husband, Bobby Malone, his birthday is today. How about that?
Love you, mean it. He knew what he was signing up for when he married Coach Ball Malone. Spring season is softball season. Coach Bobby Malone's birthday is just a part of it. And I say coach because he's out there coaching a game today. She said, you know, for his birthday, he really likes wins, and it would be a good day if he could get 3 of them. 2 here, 1 there.
I was going to say, how many? Okay.
The math is mathing.
Guys with the boys are now playing. They're getting older. Trout, he's coaching, so life as a coach. Knights here trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Notre Dame. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for UCF. Izzy Mertez will re-enter and lead off here, followed by Destiny Washington and Ashley Griffin. So Coach Bumblon said, guess, what's the best pitch to take away? What is it, Allie?
It's a changeup.
There you go.
Throwing it at every count. She's getting some really good UCF hitters leaning pretty heavily on that front side. And, you know, if you can't guess when it's going to come, then sit it. Take some fastballs, hit the changeup. You're going to get it. You're going to get it a couple of times, too. Spoiler.
1. Oh, pulled the strings there. But how do you do that as a hitter? As the last pitch?
You see it right there, the changeup. Just going to spin through the zone, the off speed, out front, just going to whiff right through it.
0-2 pitch outside for a ball, 1-2 to count.
How do you do it? You start your swing later, you load later, you kind of sell out that you're sitting the pitch, and you know what? You get 1 shot. If they notice that you're sitting the changeup, you might get a couple of fastballs in the at-bat, but hey, adjust the plan. That's what you do.
There's a strikeout as Castor pulls the strings, gets the K of Mertez here to start the 4th.
Michaela Castor has been so good with this changeup, just not even close to the zone. But the thing is, UCF hitters are seeing it out of the hand. They just can't hold the swing back. They're just going all out on the front side, trying to lean and hit it. You're not going to lean into this pitch. The only way to hit it well is to sit in your legs, stay back, drive it through the middle. You can't overswing on an off-speed pitch like this. You got to trust your power, but just try to poke singles.
Washington swings, misses there. The count is 0-1 to Destiny Washington now.
This is what you're talking about. You're going to have a couple.
Well, and I think Coach Paul Malone right now is like, I think she's about to relay the message to her players that she just relayed to us. Perhaps a little more emphatic.
Somebody do it, right? That's probably what she's saying. Somebody figure it out. Somebody step up and make the adjustment here. If some other player just whips right through this changeup, I might lose it.
You don't see this often. I think she got tired of the last couple of swings there. See Coach
calling timeout, trying to talk to your hitter, but really using it to talk to the team.
Yeah.
Somebody step up, make the adjustment here.
Yeah, I don't think that was not very happy there at all. There's Coach Paul Malone, 2-way player at Pacific, 2-time All-American. When she got to UCF, she ran the offense. She ran the offense at Boise State. That's outside for a ball.
And as a hitter, one of the things that I like to do if I'm sit and change, again, I keep it short. I think just something through the middle, because I know that if I swing 100%, I am going to swing and miss. I've got to just think about making solid contact, pepper it through the middle. You start your load later, you commit to the plan. Now with 2 strikes, you just got to go to battle. You got to shorten up. You're still thinking changeup in the back of your mind. You have to keep it in mind, but you're going to foul off something hard, maybe try to hit the changeup in fair territory. But it's also the changeups out of the zone that have really gotten these UCF hitters with the big swing and misses. A shout out to Castor and how well she's throwing it.
The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Yeah, this has been, Castor has been magnificent so far through the first 3 and 3rd.
And this is textbook right here. She's going to come in with 2 strikes, something hard and in, but that's a great job. Just battling, fouling it off. That's all you can ask for. Hey, hit the hard stuff, foul, be late, so what? Sit back on a changeup.
Fouls it off again.
Again, and you know what? They're going to keep now. Castor knows, okay, I'm in their head. They know my changeup is coming. I've thrown it multiple times to every hitter. I got to keep pumping it fast, and I think that's where it becomes the cat and mouse game as well. So what? You get the fastball, keep fouling it, chip away.
She reaches for it and pokes it, but Houlihan is there to make the catch. 2 gone here in the 4th.
And that's only half the battle, Eric. You talk about recognizing velocity, then you got to pick up strikes. And you get the speed that you want. You can't swing out of the zone there. Tough break, but a better at bat overall. You can see the intentional approach.
Ashley Griffin to the plate now. Takes a strike, 0-1 the count. We got Griff and her 2 dogs.
Couple of boxers. Love it. Give us all the pooches.
The 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1 the count.
Good take as well. I like that by Griffin. Something on the inside corner. Tighten on the hands with high velo. It's tough to get your barrel out on.
The 1-1 is low, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. And the senior on a 2-1 pitch. Casterly, boy, he's just been painting the zone corners here. He's been hitting her spots.
That's a great pitch. Behind in the count, 2-1, and just going to paint the outside corner at the knees. Tough.
2-2. That's outside, ball 3. 3-2 the count.
You see the tracking, though. I think Griffin's doing a good job. Just seeing the ball all the way in as much as possible.
Payoff pitch from Castor. Got her. Oh, no swing. No, didn't get her. Well, the Irish thought they did. Woo, that was interesting there. Griffin gets on the walk. The Irish were ready to get in the dugout.
Woo, doesn't get any closer than that. UCF might have just caught a break. They'll take it. I didn't know if it was a swing. I didn't know if it was a ball or a strike. That was close.
So Griffin is on now with 2 outs. That was a good pitch.
That was a great pitch. She's doing it a lot.
So we'll see what the Knights do here with Coach Paul Malone, as Calvis was the scheduled hitter. See what the Knights here go, if they go to a pinch hitter here, or they go to a pinch runner. Could go both as well. That's another option, but it looks like we're going to go with a pinch hitter instead. So they're going to pinch hit for Calvis, go a little more pop. They're going to call the young freshman Kendall Trim out of Moody, Alabama. Will pinch hit here for Calvis. She will hit here with 1 on, 2 out. Lefty batter. Here gets the senior Castor. First pitch. Ooh, that hit Trim. And she will take first base. And all of a sudden, it's 2 on, 2 out.
She'll wear it. She knows they need base runners right now. Nothing more important than just getting people on base.
So now Kendall Yarnell, who struck out against Castor back in the 2nd inning, will hit here. In the DP spot, hitting with 2 on, 2 out. And hits a grounder to third. O'Brien will touch the bag at third to retire the side. Knights strand 2. We're through 4 here in Orlando. Notre Dame with a 1-0 lead. They capped it off with a 7-0 win over Charleston Southern. earlier this morning. Charleston Southern will be back out here later. They will play UCF to conclude the tournament, 30 minutes at the conclusion of this game.
Penn State offense, what they've been able to do this weekend was super impressive. It was a lot of fun to watch them. Allison Warnaker is as good as we thought she was, Eric.
Yeah, the reigning national freshman of the player of the week. Eric Klasowitz and company. Here in the top of the fifth, a 1-0 lead for Notre Dame. Cortez here to lead it off for the Irish. She'll be followed by Kind and Sweet, 6-7-8 against Hildy Dempsey. That's missed there for a ball, 1-1 to count. Again, the Knights played 1 of 2 today. In this rematch against the Fighting Irish from last night's game, as the ground ball to second. Humphreys is there. Will throw to first in time. 4-3 on the ground out. 1 up, 1 down here in the fifth. As Cortez is retired, now Hayden Kind, the freshman from California, will step in. First pitch from Dempsey. Low for a ball, 1-0 the count. The count. The strike. Of course, the Fighting Irish in the ACC. A league that should be as wild as it gets. You got Duke, you got Florida State, Clemson, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech beat Georgia last night up in Athens. That's a ground ball deep in the hole. Evans with a tough play from the grass. One hop throw, not in time. And Kind beats it out. That'll be an infield hit for Kind here with 1 out in the fifth.
Good job by Kind, the 5-6 hole. Aubrey Evans, good range, gonna try to plant and throw, just too far in the hole there. Tough break, but good job. Way to be quick. That's a tough one, but good speed by Kind.
So now that'll bring up Sweet, Tenley Sweet with 1 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Tenley Sweet's sister, Abby Sweet, was an All-American center fielder, part of those Fighting Irish teams. They were playing, made the NCAA tournament at the ACC championship games under Deanna Gump. Irish looking to get back into a regional. Just the last couple after having a multi-decade streak of making the NCAA tournament. And Coach Ganiff was very honest with us about that and kind of building it to try to get it back to where it was, where you're a perennial NCAA tournament program.
But it's tough, and the transfer portal has made it that much tougher. No more are the same teams consistently in the top 25, the top 64, and all of the things. But it is definitely a lot more of an even playing field too. RPI in the first part of the season, so important now with the level of competition you're playing, and it really is anybody's game that early. Obviously, the automatic bids help, but the better the ACC or whatever the conference is that teams are playing gets, the harder it is to win a conference championship.
Especially this depth of the ACC
Absolutely.
now with the additions of Stanford and California.
Absolutely, and then not only that, then you've got mid-majors that are really good, and they're going to break the top 64 as well.
Foul tip. Well, Notre Dame ran into one this weekend with Ohio, the Bobcats. Skip Miller, the MAC Pitcher of the Year. But the ACC is interesting this year. You've got Florida State's a very young roster. Clemson's young in the pitching, and then we've seen that with the ups and downs from the Clemson Tigers pitching staff. Same with Vatech with the graduation of Emma Lemley. The 0-2 step foul, though, again, beat them more. They've got wins over South Carolina and Georgia already, so.
The potential's there, right? It's just trying to get the consistency. Putting together a good at-bat right now is just finding a way. Ooh, right off the umpire's face. Tenley Sweet, just pitch by pitch, trying to fight.
Virginia will be the host for the ACC tournament this year in Charlottesville. Not everybody gets in from the ACC for the tournament, right? I mean,
correct.
Joanna Harden, Cavaliers, quietly off to a good start. Run-ruled Ohio State yesterday at home.
need to look back at my notes, but I almost felt like in the last couple years it was the curse of hosting. Last year was in Boston College. They didn't make the tournament. The year before was at Notre Dame. They didn't make the tournament. I need to be fact-checked myself.
Well, Notre Dame did make it. They lost in the opening round.
2 years? 2 years ago?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
They were on
that's what it was.
They were in the bubble.
Okay.
Right there, a few years back. Yeah.
All right, you got me. Good memory, of course.
0-2 the count. Tap foul. We lost to Georgia Tech.
Okay, might be right.
Georgia Tech, Eileen Morales made the regionals last year. ACC tied what? The pro school conference record, most NCAA tournament bids?
Yeah.
9. Stanford, which has had a weird week where they've had to play it at home, but play it at a junior college. Kind of a quirky week for them. They've had a rough week. Lost to Texas. Arizona lost, upset by Boise State last night. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, foul tip, excuse me. And Damon got a piece of that too, unfortunately. Hopefully she's all right.
Everybody's getting beat up in this at-bat by Tenley Sweet. First was the umpire, then it's going to be Beth Damon there.
Ooh.
Right off the leg. Man, that hurts. Face mask doesn't feel good either. It's going to rattle you a little bit. Oof. Going down, you're going to brace it. Like, yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, Sweet fortunate to get a piece of that. That was a nasty pitch from Dempsey. 2-2. Tapped it, foul again. Working the count.
A good at bat, just not giving up. And it stays 0-2 as well. So also Dempsey doing a good job attacking the zone. Trying to go right at Sweet.
Oh, 2 pitch. Got her. They get a strikeout, throw to first. Nothing doing there. But Dempsey gets the strikeout for the second out here in the 5th. Looked like a pitch out.
In total swing mode, it was a pitch out, thinking that maybe they were going to get a stolen base after all those pitches in a row fouled off. Man, you see the little frustration from Tenley Sweet. She knows expanded my zone a little too much, but I like the aggressiveness. Good execution.
Pinch hitter here for the Irish. Going to the Lily Hagan, two-way player. Looks like will be the pinch hitter. So got a battle of two-way players here. Lily Hagan against Hildy Dempsey. Both pitch, both can hit. With Kine at first base, 2 outs here in the 5th. First pitch check swing foul, and the count is 0-1. Of course, ACC play will get going before you know it here in a couple of weeks. Because as you know, that some of the ACC series get a head start because of the size of the league. The 0-1 is inside. What do you think is going to be the key that's going to decide the ACC title race this year?
That's a hard question. I feel like right now it's a hitter's game in general with the talent across the board. I mean, you've got some really dominant pitchers, but it's the hitters right now, I think, that are making a big impact. Of course, you've got your Jordy Fromms, your Nyjah Kennedys, some of those really big arms, Carlin Pickens. But it's going to be the hitters stepping up in the big moments against those big arms in postseason.
2-1 pitch inside. It's 3-1 now, the count.
And then you look at conference play in particular starting, and you really threw me for a loop for this question. I'm having to really think, but
I'm just giving you material for your podcast.
Appreciate it. I think for conference play, it's going to be, of course, the hitters, but the depth in the pitching to be able to fight the hitters. And the teams that have the most depth in the circle and versatility are going to be the ones that win, because you're playing the same team three days, 3 games in a row. It's going to be about adjustments and just trying to beat each other, even though you've seen what everybody has. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, the pitching, I think, is who establishes themselves could go a long way in the ACC. Payoff pitch, fouled off. Really, if you think about it, there's not a clear-cut favorite going into the season, the ACC.
There's not.
Jazzy Francic certainly is up there with Florida State. Mazzarone for Vatech taking over for Lemley. Clemson has a new staff with Dunning coming over from Boston College. Cassidy Kurt, of course, back with Duke. But what's behind her remains to be seen. Is a foul ball there. Stanford has more arms, but is it good enough to get them over the hump? They were a win away from the Super Regionals last year. Bingham is back for Virginia. She's been there like 8 years, I think.
That's what it feels like, right?
Her and
Jade Hilton is still
Jade
there.
Hilton,
I know.
yeah,
I was like,
all-time home run queen at Virginia, yeah. And that one's missed outside. Ball 4, good at bat for Lily Hagan. Gets on, 2-on-2 out.
That's a huge at bat. Hildy Dempsey's doing a great job, but Hagan just comes in aggressive but patient at the same time. Does a good job with the discipline, not swinging outside of her zone.
Houlihan will re-enter here. She was the one that was pinch hit for. She will now come back to the game and run and stay in for her defense at short. And that gets it to the top of the order. That's a big walk because now you got Caroline O'Brien coming to the plate with 2-on-2 out here for Notre Dame here in the top of the 5th. Right-handed hitting sophomore who singled off Dempsey back in the first. First pitch away, ball 1. Clouds getting a little darker. It rained, a misty little rain earlier during the Penn State-Charleston Southern game. Didn't really impact the game in that first inning. But been kind of that 30 to 40% rain chances that you always get in Central Florida. A ball and no strikes to count. Dempsey, the young freshman on the 1-0. It's a strike. O'Brien, of course, part of this Irish offense. Mike Pernacero running this offense, second season, of course, is at Indiana State, alum of Western Illinois. 1-1. Line caught by Dempsey. And just like that, the inning ends. Hildy Dempsey's like, no problem. I'll field this play myself.
Hildy Dempsey with the grab right back at her, makes it look easy. Looking to get her team in there and go swing the bats.
Welcome back. We got an honorary pooch, I guess. Alex, you want to describe this? What are we seeing here?
Well, it's a cow, so of course an honorary pooch, anything with feathers or fur or whatever it is that you've got. But Rusty, it's his first birthday. Happy birthday to one of the best honorary pooches. Good stuff.
First pitch, a ball to Jaimes, top of the order for the Knights. Jaimes, Damon, and Evans here against the senior for Notre Dame, Michaela Castor, who's been magnificent so far through the first 4 innings. 1-0 to Jaimes is low, 2-0. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Notre Dame. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for UCF here in the bottom of the 5th. Wait, I tell you, the pooch has become a controversial topic. I mean, what we allow, is allowed, is not allowed. It's holy mackerel. Humans, cows, ducks.
It's all in good fun. It's really not that deep. You got to keep these broadcasts fun. I think it's a cool way for fans that are watching of Notre Dame, UCF, any of the teams that we host here, because our broadcast crew is amazing and features all the games. It's a fun way to interact. Like, yeah, we're watching from this place, right? Like, it's one of the best parts of the connectivity.
Somewhere my buddy Christian Simmons is watching irate right now. There's the outfield lounge. 2-2 the count to Coco Jaimes here in the bottom of the 5th. Hits it to the right side, but right to Zachary. And a ground ball out, 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th. Gotta bring up Beth Damon to the plate. Knights are only down 1, which was on a run in the first inning on a very goofy play on a ball that hit Dempsey to ricochet to Evans. Winchell took off from second, came all the way to score, avoided the tag, and that's the difference in the game right now.
Yeah, those errors coming back to haunt you. They always matter. The free passes, the errors, Eric, we talk about it all the time.
The Knights right now having trouble with Castor here. Damon singled, good for 2. You're in the bottom of the 5th. Damon hits it to the left side, foul. And they're just not been able to square Castor up at all. Who's pitched by far the best pitched game that Notre Dame's had this tournament in Orlando. And of course, it would come from their heart and soul here. Castor, their leader in the pitching staff.
I couldn't agree with you more. And they've been really off balance with the changeup, but it just takes one, and that's what you're fighting for. Somebody might own you for a whole game, and it's going to take one person to step up and get one good, legit swing off, get them back in this. And that's why if you're Notre Dame, you are not settling with just one run. You could definitely use the insurance. Michaela Castor not loving that call. Thinks maybe it could have been a strike, but it was in the other batter's box. I agree with the call.
Well, Damon just got a piece of that to stay alive. Count remains 2-2.
She's fired up, and I love kind of the spunk that she has in the circle.
Well, that has been missing
The
from
emotion.
Notre Dame this week up until today.
Yeah, the emotion of like, man, I think I should have gotten that call.
Damon reaches for it, slow grounder to short. Houlihan will throw to first in time to get Damon. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th.
Again with the changeup out front. Kayla Castor just going to spin it. Beth Damon out on the front foot, leaning right off the end of the bat. Slow roller. And if UCF is relying on Notre Dame to make a defensive error, I don't think that's a good game plan. You never know what could happen. Keep putting balls in play, but somebody's got to hit one hard.
Evans takes the strike. It's 0-1 the count.
Here's the frustration, too. And you talk about sitting changeups. Okay, well, if you're not going to sit changeups because you're not that confident in it, fine. Don't miss the fastball. And right now, there's a lot of taking of the fastballs out in front of the changeups.
Evans with a base hit to left field. That's a 2-out single for Aubrey Evans. Here in the 5th, she heard you.
And that's what I'm talking about. Okay, fine. You don't want to hit the changeup? Then sit the fastball. And even if it's not something that you can drive over the fence, you see that one really low, but look at how well Evans was able to get her barrel down, and that's kind of the spark that this team needs to possibly get something going. I don't care what you pick one, fully commit, off speed, something hard, get it done.
Sierra Humphreys will come to the plate now with Aubrey at first and 2 outs. There's a strike, it's 0-1.
So if I'm Castor right now, I'm like, okay, she just took a fastball that's right down the middle. She's sitting my changeup. Either I've got to keep it out of the zone, or I'm going to keep throwing fastballs.
The strike, it's 0-2.
And this is where it's important, though, to change your plan pitch to pitch. You give up when you take a fastball right down the middle. You tell the world, hey, I was sitting a changeup there. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to change my plan. I'm going to hit something hard. Now she's in 2 strikes, defense mode.
So strikes out as Castor gets the strikeout of Humphreys to end the threat. Knights get a hit. Strand 1, we're through the game. But if we do need a pinch runner, Alex, looks like we got one here.
I would call on Ziggy anytime. It'd be my first one off the bench. I feel like they're pretty fast. Maybe a little spastic if I had to guess. It's a doodle. My doodle is kind of crazy. In the best way possible, though. Put him in, coach. He's ready.
Mickey Winchell at the plate. Swings and misses. The count is 0-1. Winchell to lead it off for the Irish, followed by Zachary and Eckhart. 2-3-4. Here to hit for the Fighting Irish. 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. Humphreys to first in time. For the ground out. 4-3 on the ground out. And with that out, Hildy Dempsey now has a personal career high. It's young in her career. 5 1/3 innings. She went 5 shutout innings on Thursday against Ohio. It is Thursday. Well, that was Thursday. That seemed like a long time ago.
It was.
Okay. Zachary at the plate takes ball 1. 1-0 the count. The wind is really starting to pick up now. The gust winds. When it's been how would you describe this weather here, Alex? Right there. Look at that. 15 miles an hour we're up to, maybe even more.
Strong.
Two and 0 the count. That's a strike. It's 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike to count. The pitch, tap foul. Its count is 2-2. Of course, tonight's here. A lot of home games coming up. Got Charleston Southern 30 minutes after this game. And then on Wednesday, FAU, the defending American regular season champions, will come to town. Wednesday, 5 o'clock. 2-2 swing, foul tip there. And then the Knights will have their final hosting tournament of the season next week. It's starting on Thursday. It's a good thing I checked the schedule because I realized, oh, hey, we got a game Thursday too.
Yeah, I feel like that's been all of the tournaments so far.
A rare Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday games for UCF.
Lucky you, Eric.
Ground ball to short. Aubrey Evans throws to first in time to get Zachary for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. As Rebecca Eckhart will come to the plate. Dartmouth is one of the teams UCF will play in that tournament next week. They gave Alabama a scare today in Tuscaloosa, led 2-0 throughout the game, only to see Alabama come from behind and win 3-2. Good effort for Dartmouth. That ball is sliced foul. Right field, out of play. That was played in Tallahassee. George Washington will be in the tournament, as well as Wagner, Florida A&M.
How many of those games are you calling next week?
UCF games.
Okay,
Going
got
exclusive.
it.
You get a lot of Austin Lyon next week, which is great. Which means a lot of donuts, perhaps,
That's
right?
Lucky
Maybe.
me.
Although he's going to stay longer, so we'll see how his longevity will be tested.
Yeah, is he as generous when he's here for that long period of time like us?
Very kind. 1-2 the count. Yeah, I talked to Austin. He was like, yeah, man, we'll give you a heavy dose here. Get you some softball, because after next weekend, it's it.
It's game on. Let's go.
You're done, buddy. I got it for the rest of the way. 1-2 to outside. Believe it or not, following next weekend, Big 12 play will start. UCF will be at Oklahoma State. What a way to start Big 12 play.
Love it.
2-2 the count to Eckhart. Line off Jaimes. And Eckhart will reach. 1 on, 2 out.
Hard hit ball here from Eckert. Eat up Jaimes a little bit. Tough play. That ball was hit pretty sharp. Not much you can do. If anything, just try to attack. You see how heavy the wind gusts are right now. Dempsey with the slight hesitation. It's tough out there.
Yeah, this could play a factor here at the remainder of this game and possibly the next game with UCF Charleston Southern.
Man, talk about hitting the ball in the air. Not sure where it'll go.
First pitch low for a ball. 1-0 the count. One to know the count. The 1-0, low and in 2-0. I mentioned earlier how ACC conference play starts early.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week, I know.
Notre Dame at Georgia Tech. Right off the bat, Alex.
Hit the ground running.
You and Brittany McKinney have an ACC series to preview this week on your pod. It's a ground ball to Jaimes. Throw to first to retire the side. Dempsey works around the air and is through 6 for the first time in her night career, but neat. Kayla Castor has been the story today for Notre Dame.
And she's been on fire. 5 complete innings so far, minimal hits. It's this pitch right here, the setup of the changeup. She's gonna throw in and on the hand. She's gonna paint corner as well with her hard stuff, and then she's gonna complement it so nasty with the changeup there, just gonna float through the zone, getting UCF hitters out front off balanced. Only 4 strikeouts on the day, but it feels like more. I think there's just been a lot of indecision from UCF.
Izzy Mertez to lead it off here for the Knights. Mertez, Washington, Griffin, 5, 6, 7 the scheduled hitters for the Knights. Castor below there, 1-1 the count. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Notre Dame. They've left 4 on base. UCF, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. They've left 7 on base. Strike. Those last 2 numbers there, the errors and the left on base, the story for UCF right now against Castor.
It's been tough. Just trying to fight, but this is a big part of facing a really good pitcher like Castor. They're going to run into it again throughout the season, and you got to figure out a way, right? Nobody's expecting a lot of big numbers on the board with hits, runs, things like that, but you got to do something different.
2-2. It's in the dirt, ball 3. Count is full here, 3-2 to Mertez.
What's the saying, Eric? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Right now, UCF has got to find a different way to attack her.
Foul there. As he stays live, 3-2. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Knights down 1. Here against the Fighting Irish. UCF won the meeting last night against Notre Dame 6-2. As Mertez rips one into left center field. That will be one hop off the wall. Mertez will stand at second for the leadoff double for the sophomore. Mertez here to start the night 6.
Can never quite count UCF out. Izzy Mertez doing a good job taking that pitch left, elevated in the zone, something hard and up that she can drive. Hits it all the way to the warning track, left center gap, let's go.
4th double of the season for Mertez, her 20th of her career. She had 16 last year, 2 away from the school record, which was held by her teammate, of course, Aubrey Evans, who had 18 in 2023. Now Destiny Washington with a runner at second and nobody out. Takes a strike. Now the question is, if you're Washington and the Knights, do you try to sacrifice Izzy to third to get her on there with less than 2 outs, or does Washington here hit away?
I don't know that she should hit. She needs to hit something to the right side, either lay down the bunt or to the right side, and you see the bunt going to be laid down. Good job by Washington. That's a good team at bat, and that's exactly what you needed.
Got the job done with the bunt, and Mertez now at third with 1 out for the senior captain, Ashley Griffin. So Griffin will hit here with runner at third and 1 out. That's in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0 the count.
Do a lot of different things right now to find a way, and if you're Ashley Griffin, you're trying so hard to get something elevated that you can drive.
That's inside for a strike. It's 1-1. The 101st pitch of the game for Castor. Takes one there for a strike down the middle, 1-2.
You got to go to fight mode. Just fight pitch by pitch. You know what? If your plan doesn't work out, if you get stuck, you don't pull the trigger, and maybe it's the pitch you were sitting. It happens. But now you got to battle.
1-2 pitch. Griffin hits a high fly ball to right. Peck will make the catch. Mertez will tag from third. The throw home is not in time. Mertez scores, and the game is tied at 1 on the RBI sac fly by the senior Ashley Griffin. Knights manufacturing a run there. We got a brand new game, 1-1.
Got to find different ways to score, and UCF did a great job. It started with Izzy Mertez in the double, but a couple of sacrifices. That one coming in big by Ashley Griffin does just enough, and that's why you've got to have the short-term memory too. You saw for strike number 2, Griffin had the take of something hard and down the middle and a little frustration of, man, I probably should have swung, but gets it done on the very next pitch.
Now the freshman Kendall Trim takes low, 2-0 the count to the freshman. She was hit by a pitch when she pinch hit in her previous at-bat a couple innings ago. Time call. Notre Dame now trying to regroup here a little bit. A 1-1 game, a good one between the Knights and the Fighting Irish. Reminder, we still got another one after this, 30 minutes after this. It'll be UCF at Charleston Southern. Two balls, no strikes to count to Trim, and I think that looked like more of a scouting report update reminder on Trim. There you see it. We'll be here.
Just figuring out right now how to attack the pitches. Michaela Castor has been doing fantastic throughout this game. You got to let her finish it out. Big opportunity right now to close the door.
.20 pitch. There's that Osby's been working all game, 2-1 the count.
You have to guess that after all that, she's probably coming back with a changeup. She throws it often, throws it in any count.
That's outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to count to Kendall Trim. Good hitters count here. What do you see if you're Kendall here? What do you do?
Oh, she's a pinch hitter, so I'm probably sitting something hard.
That's up and in. But actually, officially, it hit her. Second time she's been hit. Either way, she takes first base with 2 outs.
Good AB if you're Kendall Trim. Your only job is to just find a way to get on base. Good couple of pinch hit opportunities. Gets on base both times.
Zoe Calvis started this game. Back in now, pitch running. Here at first base for Tripp. She's back in the lineup. And Samantha Ray's back in the lineup. She will hit here with a runner at first and 2 outs. So the Knights going more of the short game here. See Budel Oliveira. What do you think here, Alex? Going more of the short game, maybe the win playing a role in the decision here?
I am interested in this. However, I think a big part of it is defensive as well. Looking big picture, I mean, you could keep Ashley Griffin in the lineup, let her try to swing, but she didn't look like she had very good at bats. And so I think if you're Coach Ball Malone, you're
Yarnell with the swing of the at-bats.
Yarnell, yes. Yarnell didn't have the best at-bats, and so Samantha Ray right now maybe just looking to put it on the ground and run, trust her speed.
The 1-0. That's a throw to first. Calvis gets back. Griffin with the RBI sac fly to tie this up at 1-1. So now Ray, the junior, with an opportunity here with a 2-0 count with Calvis at first base. The 2-0 pitch. Low, 3-0 now the count. See what Ray does here with a 3-0 count against Castor as the wind has continued to pick up. That's low ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Ray. And the Knights have 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th. And they flip the order down to the top of the order with Coco Jaimez coming to the plate.
I think Coach Ball Malone looks like she made the right move there. Just somebody that is more consistent. We don't need the big hit. I mean, it would be nice, right? Big swing, but you need base runners. And I think that's where her mind was. I want the consistency, the short game, just the crafty approach, and that's what Samantha Ray has to offer. Kendall Yarnell has come through big in so many moments for UCF, but right now, just you got to be quick, got to be short.
Jaimez takes a strike, 0-1 the count to Coco.
And you look at that on the short game from a bunting standpoint, it's like, come on, just go with that. Nothing better than a little changeup. Just take it with you.
The 0-1. Just high, a little high there, 1-1 the count.
That one was a good take. That's the beauty of a short gamer. If you're not swinging or slap hitting, even the beauty of the bunt game is it doesn't really matter the pitch.
That's away. They throw to second. Calvis, the ball gets away. Calvis takes off for third. And he's in there as Ray also goes to second. The ball ricocheted into the outfield on the throw to second. And a miscue for the Irish.
And the pickoff attempt behind the dish. Calvis gonna get back to the bag, but the hesitation, you're lucky that it got out in no man's land almost because you didn't really have your head up looking for the ball, but nonetheless gets in the perfect spot. Calvis advances, Ray advances, good stuff.
Zachary couldn't hold on to the ball now. There's 2-1. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. It was a good throw from Eckhart. Zachary just couldn't hold it. Ball ricocheted to the left side. Now 3-1 the count to Jaimes. Jaimes hits it up the middle and through, and that's going to get the go-ahead run in. Here comes Ray, and she scores. 2 runs on the play, on the ball hit by Coco Jaimes, and the Knights take the lead 3-1.
And this is where that error really comes into play, because otherwise you've got a possible force out at second base, but with both runners advancing and in scoring position, there's no force. You got to get the out at 1, but too much speed on the bases by Coco Jaimes. UCF puts the pressure on.
Coco Jaimes making it happen, putting the ball in play. And so in a game where Notre Dame scored first on a little ground ball that was off Dempsey, Evans picked it up, threw home, not in time. That's how the Irish got the first run with 2 outs. Here, the Knights get 2 runs on this play. On this ball hit by Coco Jaimes, it's officially an RBI single, 2-run score. Houlihan credited with the error on the second run as Damon takes ball 1. But you called it, Alex. The short game here made this happen for UCF.
I think it was a really smart move. You just need base runners. The home runs are nice, that's the sexy stuff, but right now we need something simple. Keep it short, keep it quick, get people on base, and Coco Jaimes does a good job at the top of the order.
See the Buccaneers, 2-0 the count to Damon. It's high, 3-0. And again, all of this happened with 2. Griffin had the sac fly to tie the game up at 1. It was the second out of the inning. The 3-0, it's a strike. Trim was hit by a pitch. Ray reached. And then Jaimes. Remember, Ray reached on the air. On the ball. Excuse me, on a walk, then advanced to second on the air. And that was the thing that was costly about the air, is it moved both runners into scoring position. So now a payoff pitch coming to Beth Damon. Low, strike 3 called. Castor gets the strikeout. Side retired, but the Knights get 3 runs in the inning and now take a 3-1 lead through 6. Going to the 7th here in Orlando. Here you see Hildy Dempsey, the freshman, coming back to work here. She will face Cortez to lead it off for the Irish. Cortez, kind and sweet, 6'7", 8 scheduled hitters for Notre Dame. Zoe Calvis is in right field now for the Knights. Got Ray at center, Washington at left, and Calvis at right. Cortez against Dempsey. First pitch is there in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Cortez.
This is a big opportunity right now for Dempsey, looking to finish this game and continue a really good showing. Would be her first complete game if she can get all 3 outs.
Fouled off, 0-2 the count. Wind gust, as you just saw moments ago, is picked up to 25 miles an hour.
great pitch here. And on the hand's going to be right off the leg. The foul ball, ouch. It's going to leave a mark.
I only bring that up because any ball hit in the air could be interesting. Oh, 2. It's low, ball 1.
What an outing so far by Dempsey. I feel like she's earned a lot of praise, a lot of trust throughout this game. Ability to locate well, keep it within 1 run, and even that run unearned.
Just missed there. 2-2 the count.
You look at her pitch count too, Eric. That's another thing that I've really appreciated a lot, not just because it's our, 12th game on the weekend. It's just good ratios. She's attacked the zone well. She's gone right at hitters, not getting too deep.
And she gets a strikeout there of Cortez for the first out here in the 7th.
And this is where Hildy Dempsey has been so good. She's going to paint this pitch down in the zone, out of the zone. Not a strike, but it looks like it's going to start at the knees and the good natural break of the drop ball. It's a great pitch, great command.
Hayden Kine now at the plate. Right-handed hitter steps in. Freshman against Dempsey. First pitch, Dempsey's a strike, 0-1 the count. A lot of ways the future of the programs here going head-to-head here. Kine from Notre Dame. Freshman against Hildy Dempsey, the freshman for the Knights. The 0-1 from Dempsey. Strike 2, and is quickly ahead, 0-2.
Look at both pitchers today, Castor and Dempsey. It's not
Did
often.
you see the face of Kine? She couldn't believe that pitch.
It's not often that you get an opportunity to have 2 starters go head-to-head. Tough pitch, didn't like the call. I mean, the theatrics.
Low ball 1. How was your facial expressions when a call went against you?
I don't think I made facial expressions. I think I would give Travis a look. I don't know if everybody would agree that I did or didn't.
I'm gonna have to reach out to your mom here. Swing and a miss! Dempsey gets the strikeout of Kine. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dempsey here in the 7th.
Didn't like the call a couple pitches ago, but then you're gonna swing at a pitch way out of the zone, expanding it, overly aggressive, but hey, it's a big cut. Good stuff by Hildy Dempsey.
Tenley Sweet now at the plate. First pitch from Dempsey. Tap foul. Count is 0-1. I'm gonna have to ask your parents. I think they'll know they won't lie.
No, they never lie. I might have had some eye rolls, some subtle eye rolls or something, or I would just say something to the umpire and be like, are you kidding me?
I'm sure you said that. Very politely, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Here's a tapper to third. Jaimes to first in time. Hildy Dempsey, a complete game victory. Her first of her career is a complete game, a masterful performance, and the Knights come from behind to win it. 3-1 the final. 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Knights. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Fighting Irish. Knights improved to 13-4. Notre Dame drops to 7-9. Hildy Dempsey, a complete game, her first complete game of her collegiate career, gets a hug from her head coach, Cindy Ball Malone, and improves to 4-0 on the year. Wow.
That might have been the best outing that we've seen from a pitcher yet from UCF this year, Eric. Only 1 walk, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk. I am circling that one in the scorebook. Great stuff by UCF. Total team win, total team runs. Notre Dame, hard fight. Love to see it. Good stuff on both sides.
Great pitching duel. Castor was fantastic for Notre Dame. She throws like that, they'll have a shot in the ACC. All right, we got one more to go. UCF Charleston Southern will start about a half hour from now. Until then, for Berkeley Mezzanotti, for Lucas Rustian, Major Howe, Alex Powers, I'm Eric Lopez, saying so long for now from Orlando. Knights victorious 3-1. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived in the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.